Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. And I am sorry to announce the passing of Bob Allison, who passed away unfortunately a couple of months ago. And Bob and I were quite close, and I promised him, ironically enough, before he passed away, just a couple of days before he did leave us, we had lunch together, and he said, Ike, I'm getting a little tired of this. I'm not sure how long I can go, and I sure hate to see all those cookbooks that I have published over the years. So as a tribute to Bob, I'd like to offer a free cookbook of Bob's for anyone that calls our toll-free number, which is 1-888-489-8980. Rob, his son, will be on our segment in the near future as he feels able to get to the studio and all. He's got a lot going on, but Bob Allison from Bowling for Dollars is to be remembered. And I thought, as a tribute, if you're interested in actually picking up a cookbook, many of our sponsors have them in their locations. So if you will call our toll-free number, 1-888-489-8980, Friends Hardware, Cruz Hearing, and Ori Bakery, they will have them eventually, but call us so we can not disappoint you. And if you will call us ahead, we'll make sure we have some free cookbooks available for you at the respective locations. And as they say in the big time, and now a word from our sponsors. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of neighbors improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. In fact, I'm a client. If you don't hear as well as you'd like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have an excellent selection of hearing units to fit just about any need and budget with financing available. Trust me, I can attest to that personally. They have 3 convenient locations to serve you: Farmington Hills, Taylor, and their newest in Waterford on M59, west of the airport. Phone Cruz Hearing Aid Service toll-free for a free hearing evaluation. Their phone number is 877-456-CRUZ, C-R-U-Z, or visit them on their web at cruzhearing.com. That number again is 877-456-2789. Financing is available. And Bob Allison, who is no longer around, was one of the clients, and Bob Allison's cookbooks are available. If you call Cruz Hearing, ask for the free cookbook and get a free hearing evaluation at the same time. For that, call 888-489-8980. Call 1-888-489-8980. Even if you don't get the hearing aids. You'll still get a free hearing test as well as a free Bob Allison cookbook. 1-888-489-8980. In 1932, John B. Frentz moved to Royal Oak and opened Frentz Hardware. In addition to the personal service, the family offered the community a store that provided those needed everyday hardware items. Plus, they specialize in unusual and hard-to-find products. Right now, you'll find all the gardening hardware, fertilizer, seeds, weed killers, and more for your landscape. Frentz Hardware is still family-run at the corner of Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road in Royal Oak, and according to Popular Mechanics magazine, is one of the top 12 hardware stores in the United States. If you can't find it anywhere, you'll find it at Frentz. They're open every day. Call 248-544-8111. And when you call, Bob Allison's cookbooks are available for free. A limited supply is available. And if you would like some information on Bob Allison's cookbooks, by all means, call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. But for hardware needs, call them directly, 248-544-8111. With all those numbers, I assume you'll be able to get a lottery ticket for free, or at least $1 million. Hope that you check out Frentz Hardware in Royal Oak. Thank you. Welcome. Our next guest for this segment is a dynamic young lady by the name of Sherry Smith. Actually, her middle initial is L. So, Sherry, does that stand for love or like, or that's just Sherry L. Smith?
I like that better. It stands for Lynn, but I like love.
There you go. There you go. I love love. Okay, that's great. Well, you and I have known each other for quite a long time,
Yeah.
and it's one of the bright sides of aging, as I like to call the show, where you have the joy of actually having people that you've met years ago and still retain a friendship, and life changes. So before we get into our interview, I just wondered if you'd give us a little recap of your situation in the professional career. Yeah.
I've done many things in my professional career. I started off running a small hospital, believe it or not, in Kenya, in East Africa, and helping them get their footing in place. If we think about what goes on here in hospitals, we had no running water and sporadic electricity. Mm-hmm. So, very different from that. And I went on to pursue a master's in public health. Mm-hmm. And I've worked with the WIC program, working with pregnant moms and babies, and now I work at the Area Agency on Aging 1B, running their Medicare Medicaid assistance program.
Yeah, that's actually quite a title. So tell me, as far as job description, what do you do with the Area Agency on Aging 1B?
Well, the Medicare Medicaid Assistance Program is actually part of a national program called the State Health Insurance Assistance Program, and it's at area agencies on aging all over the state and the country, and we help people navigate the ins and outs of Medicare. We provide unbiased, free counseling to people to help them select plans, understand supplements, make sure that the medications that they take are all covered on their Medicare plans that they might select. And because we provide unbiased services, people can more easily make a choice that's really right for them instead of having to navigate, 25 or 30 plans and all the information that comes to their house. We're actually the phone number that's on the back of the Medicare and U book that people get every year, is our phone number.
Oh, and that...
So, we are not Medicare, but we work with Medicare to help people out.
And that phone number is that 1-800-803-7174, is that correct?
That is the number.
Yeah, okay, that's a magic number. And in fact, I also like to give out my magic number for anyone that is confusing Medicaid and Medicare and that type of thing. And I give out that phone number frequently, which is 888-489-8980. So between both numbers, I think there's a winning lottery ticket sitting there somewhere. So, and now, unfortunately, we're involved in a rather unique part of our life this time. You have to use technology. So tell us, as far as this year with open enrollment, I guess you're going to be using Zoom or phone. Go ahead.
Yeah, normally we have events that we will go to libraries or senior centers or other locations and meet one-on-one with people. Now we can't do that because we want to make sure everybody is safe. So our counselors, which by the way are certified and well-trained in understanding the ins and outs of Medicare, will be using either Zoom or phone calls to do counseling. You don't have to know how to use Zoom as long as you have a computer and an email, because we'll just send a link and all you have to do is click the link and you'll connect to a counselor. We are doing that by appointment only because that's how we have to know who you are. Open enrollment starts October 15th and runs through December 7th. And that phone number that we gave before, 800-803-7174, is the number to call for an appointment. And we start taking appointments September 1st.
I see. All right. Then once from September 1st to officially it starts October the 15th. So then,
start booking the appointments.
Right. So walk me through the protocol, so to speak. Let's say someone calls.
They'll call us. We will get information on. We'll get their name. We'll get their demographic information. We'll find out if they have a computer or a smartphone and if they would prefer to have an appointment via Zoom or via phone, because we'll do it either way. And when they want it, we tend to book our appointments by county. So if you call and no one answers, please leave your county because that helps us out. And then we get all that information and we will send somebody a letter either through email or postal mail that tells them, you have an appointment on this day, this is what you need to do, these are whatever materials they'll need to have handy. If they don't have their Medicare and U book, one will go in the mail to them, we'll ask that question. And then if it's a Zoom call, the day before the call, they'll get an email with the link to click on.
Not to interrupt. As far as the Zoom call, in the past, when you were able to meet as face to face, so to speak, you'd have a group of people. Is this one-on-one?
We always do one-on-one for counseling, unless they want, if they have a child or somebody that they also want to attend the meeting. We do presentations in groups, and we're still doing those virtually. If there's any organizations that would like us to come and speak, come virtually and speak. But our counseling is always one-on-one, unless they have, as I said, a spouse if they have a child that they would like to join the call and they are elsewhere, we will also get that information and send them a link so that more than one person can be on the call, but it's all directly related to who the beneficiary is.
So then, again, that whether I can call my magic number 888-489-8980 to set up a meeting. We only have a couple of minutes left, and I wanted to cover, apparently you're also helping seniors with fraud situations and scams. Is that correct?
Yeah, the fraudsters seem to have come out of the woodwork during COVID, and people are getting cold calls both on their phones and at their homes saying that they are contact tracers, and the person needs to get a COVID test, and they try to get their Medicare number to have that test taken. They're calling about that's the biggest COVID scam right now, but they're also calling still about DNA, about getting a knee brace that Medicare will pay for, and I want to remind people that if it seems fishy to you, it probably is, and never give your Medicare number out to anybody unless you know for sure that they are the right people. Right. And Medicare will never call you.
All right. Well, Sherry, I wish we had more time to talk, but you brought up if it seems fishy, it probably smells. So I guess anyway, anybody that's interested can call either 800-803-7174, and you're available throughout the entire state, correct?
We are at different area agencies on aging, but we're all doing the same work.
Well, God bless you. Keep on doing good work.
Thank you, Ike.
Thanks for being with us, and we'll be right back. For over 30 years, Cruise Hearing and Service has helped thousands of neighbors improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. In fact, I'm a client. If you don't hear as well as you'd like, Cruise Hearing can help you. They have an excellent selection of hearing units to fit just about any need and budget with financing available. Trust me, I can attest to that personally. They have 3 convenient locations to serve you: Farmington Hills, Taylor, and their newest in Waterford on M59, west of the airport. Phone Cruise Hearing Aid Service toll-free for a free hearing evaluation. Their phone number is 877-456-CRUISE, C-R-U-Z, or visit them on their web at cruisehearing.com. That number again is 877-456-2789. Financing is available. And Bob Allison, who is no longer around, was one of the clients, and Bob Allison's cookbooks are available. If you call Cruise Hearing, ask for the free cookbook and get a free hearing evaluation at the same time. For that, call 888-489-8980. Call 1-888-489-8980. Even if you don't get the hearing aids, you'll still get a free hearing test as well as a free Bob Allison cookbook. 1-888-489-8980. In 1932, John B. Frentz moved to Royal Oak and opened Frentz Hardware. In addition to the personal service, the family offered the community a store that provided those needed everyday hardware items. Plus, they specialize in unusual and hard-to-find products. Right now, you'll find all the gardening hardware, fertilizer, seeds, weed killers, and more for your landscape. Friends Hardware is still family-run at the corner of Main Street and 11.5-mile road in Royal Oak, and according to Popular Mechanics magazine, is one of the top 12 hardware stores in the United States. If you can't find it anywhere, you'll find it at Friends. They're open every day. Call 248-544-8111. And when you call, Bob Allison's cookbooks are available for free. A limited supply is available. And if you would like some information on Bob Allison's cookbooks, by all means, call our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. But for hardware needs, call them directly, 248-544-8111. With all those numbers, I assume you'll be able to get a lottery ticket for free. Or at least $1 million. Hope that you check out Friends Hardware in Royal Oak. Thank you. And we're back, and I just want to pick up on the interviewing in regards to fraud. Unfortunately, there are some bad people out there that can take any situation, no matter how serious it is, and take advantage of people unnecessarily. As you know, House Calls on Wheels, which is one of our other sponsors, has expanded not only to provide in-home health care, medical and non-medical. Medical is covered by insurance, especially now where you have to restructure, so to speak, your home to assist in situations that come up with COVID. And there are various locations that you can have COVID testing, and a mouth swab, nose is still one of the more efficient ones and effective ones, and they're coming up with some new testing for the COVID virus. But if you can't get out, we can arrange to have a COVID testing right in your own home. In fact, House Calls on Wheels that I have worked with over the years has actually also helped in avoiding your being taken advantage of. And if you will call our toll-free number, if you or someone that you know has been a victim of fraud, we can assist you in the process. There are certain things that need to be evaluated. So if you call our toll-free number, we'll be glad to try to help you in unraveling how you may have been taken advantage of. I have personal friends that have actually been totally destroyed almost in terms of their being able to buy anything, because some of these unscrupulous people are so good at what they do that the Internal Revenue Service even has a difficult time tracking them down. There are certain areas that you should be aware of, which we'll be glad to help you in. There is a foundation called Gray Hair Foundation that actually is doing this as a service to help the people that have been taken advantage of. And the foundation can place a fraud alert with the National Alert Reporting Agency. So at least some of these people can be identified. The foundation will file a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission. If you're a victim of a scam, you'll be required to file, obviously, a police report. And if a call is received from a scammer, that phone call should be recorded and saved if you can do that. A tip might be to actually on your answering machine say all our calls are being recorded. That may deter some, but it's not a cure-all for everything. You'll be required to obviously document what you have. And you want to jot down the basics, the day, the time, what the caller ID actually identified. And unfortunately, these scammers change phone numbers, so that's not always the best way of tracking them down, but it's at least a step in the right direction. You will be directed to actually someone who can help so that you do not have to necessarily identify if you're trying to help someone else if it works out. And the key is how many times have you heard that if you see something, say something? I have a problem with that saying in the sense that if you see something, if you're going to say something, say it to someone that can do something about it. And we'll be glad to help you in that direction. That's why I actually promote our toll-free number for you, 24 hours a day. And if I'm not sleeping, I can answer it if you press number 1. I'm not looking to be awoken. But during regular day hours, I'll be glad to assist you not only in terms of scams, but also in your daily needs. The wonderful thing about our country is that there are many good people that are willing to give. And if you're stuck in your home or you have somebody that you know that needs attention, give us a call. And we work with almost all the nonprofit organizations in this area, and we have connections throughout the whole country. The wonderful thing about technology today, if it's properly used, is that it can turn bad situations into good ones. And if it's not for yourself, you can certainly try to help someone else. And we'll be glad to do that for you. So all you have to do is hang on to that number, which is 1-888-489-80. And if you'd like to become sort of an associate in helping seniors, we welcome those calls too. It is amazing what one human being can do for one another. So let's stay human. And I like to finish up our program with my favorite saying that you should enjoy every day, that every day is actually a gift. And if you look upon life as a gift, it's amazing what wonderful things can happen. Remember, age is just a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. See you next time.